Hello class. Uh, Here I will show you a little bit of how to do checkpoint 12b, uh, overloading operators, but this time inside the member, so it's part of the class. Member overloader functions. Okay, and the instructions, they're asking you to play with this money object again, and your job is to take the money object and you're going to implement three more operators: the addition, the add-on to operator, and the pre-increment operator. Okay. The instructions say we have to overload these member functions. So this time they go inside the H file, inside the class definition. Okay. So we'll get started. We'll start with the addition operator. And I'm in the H file. And we're going to put our prototypes right here where it suggests. All right, so I'm inside the class definition. And my prototypes for these functions, they should all return money, a money object. Then we use the operator keyword, and the operator is addition. Okay, addition will have a left side and a right side. So when we did the non-member operator overloading, we had to specify the left side and the right side. But because now this is part of the class, the class that this operator is called on will become the left-hand side. So we assume that it's connected to the object already, and then we put in a parameter for the other object that this one is interacting with. So we'll put a reference to a constant reference to a money object as our right-hand side. Okay, and this one will be const. Okay, and the prototype for the next one is going to be very similar. Okay, but this time it's going to be a reference. And this operator is plus equals. Okay. So the parameter here is going to be a constant reference to money object. Again, we already have the left-hand side, and now we need the right-hand side. Okay. And the prototype for the third one is going to be similar. This time it's plus plus. Now this one, because it's only a singular operator, there's no right-hand side, it's going to just take the object that it's attached to as so there's no need for parameters because it's already accessing the one object that it needs. Just a note, the reason that this operator, the add unto operator, the plus equals, has a return value of a reference to a money object instead of just a money object is just how these operators are ended up being used. The plus operator is going to take a left hand and a right hand and create a new object and return a new money object that is a combination of the other two. Neither the left hand or the right hand will change, and so it just returns a brand new money object. with the plus equals and even the plus plus, it's actually acting on the object that's calling it, and so we just return a reference to the actual object that we're changing. So one of the objects is actually changing. So that's the difference there. Okay, so we have the three prototypes. And now we have to implement them in the CPP file. So we go to money.cpp. Let me make some room here. Okay. And I'll do the, we'll do a couple of them. I'll leave one of them for you to do. Okay, we return a money object. We'll do the addition one. It's part of the class, so we put the class and then the two colons. So we're connected to the class. And we put the operator plus, and just the same as the prototype. Probably should have copied and pasted. And we're connected to the right-hand side and to the current function, or to the current class, to the current object that's calling this function, and to the right side object. And it's going to be a constant value. Okay. All right. This is fairly simple. Just like I said before, this one returns just a money object, so we're creating a new object to return. So we create a money object. I'm going to call mine sum. It's going to equal the current object that's calling this. So we're just accessing itself. Okay. And then I'm going to say, okay, I will add to the sum, this new object, I'll add the right-hand side to this new sum, which is just a copy of the left-hand side. Okay. And then I can return that sum. But what I did here, if you notice, is I used an operator that hasn't been overloaded yet. So money objects don't know how to handle the plus equals yet. So I should probably define how it's going to work, since I'm going to use it as part of my other overloader. So money object, again, this one's going to be return a reference because one of the objects is changing. It's part of the money class. Plus equals, add onto, and it returns a reference to a money object. Right hand side, not constant this time. Okay, so now we have to specify the cents and the dollars specifically. So we take the cents, and we can use the plus equals operator in this case because we're going to be using integer values. Okay. So we're going to take the right-hand side's cents variable, add that to the current object's cents variable, and the same thing for dollars. We grab the dollars from right-hand side and add it to the current object's dollars. Then we have this nice utility function called handle overflow, because if we get too many cents, we obviously had to add another dollar. So we will call handle overflow. It told us to do that in the assignment. We would do that here. Okay. Adjust the values if there's too much cents. It needs to be converted to dollars. Then we return the dereferenced pointer to the current objects. And that should be sufficient for that reference. Okay. And so The third overloaded operator you're going to do is the plus plus increment, pre-increment operator. And that one's going to be fairly simple. It's going to return a reference to a pointer, just like the plus equals operator. But the thing that you do, all you'll have to do is take sense, the current object's sense variable, and add 1 to it. Handle the overflow in case, and then just return that dereferenced object. So you get the pointer and you're returning the reference. Okay, good luck finishing that. I hope this helps a little bit. Have a great day.